Well, in my home, I live in a flat. It is a two-bedroom house that is in the second floor. My favorite room is my bedroom because it is a very comfy and a warm room. That is where I find my safe space and I take time to relax when I'm tired. Well, my bedroom is just next to the main bathroom. It is a white and black theme color. It has a very comfy bed that is 5 by 6 and a beautiful white net. My bed is always made and the linen are always in colors white because that's my favorite color. I have a couch in the room and beautiful lighting. That is, I have two bedside lamps and a main chandelier that gives good lighting to the room. I also have a very big window and white colored curtains that is located in the where the sun shines directly into the room in the mornings, which makes my room very warm, well lit, and fresh every day. Well, something that I've been longing for the longest time to improve in my house is to do a flower makeover in each and every room. I honestly love flowers, especially that are white colored and pink. So having flowers in each and every room is my biggest dream, and I'm looking forward to going for it this year. Additionally, I would love to have mats in each and every room that will make the rooms comfortable and comfy. Finally, I love portraits and art a lot, and having art in each and every wall for the rooms will be a cup of tea for me. Well, films are not really my cup of tea, but once in a while, after a long day, tiresome day, I take some time to relax and rest by watching films. My favorite films are always Nigerian movies, and I take some good time to just enjoy them, move with the emotions of the actors, and just rewind after a long and tiresome day. I love films that are comedic in nature and that have love sensation, films that make my emotions to move and make me just enjoy the time and the space. Moreover, I don't mind action movies because they make me have energy and relax and also rewind after a very long and hectic day. Well, sure, I did watch a lot of TV when I was a child because growing up we used to have very few TVs, and I was lucky to have a TV in our house, and so many children will come to our house, and the best way to welcome them and entertain them was by watching TVs. So I took a lot of time watching TVs with my fellow children. Well, personally, not being a fan of watching films, I can't really point a finger at that because I honestly don't know, but in my own opinion, I believe it is 50-50. We have movies that are in my foreign language and also in my own language, and also movies that are in other foreign languages. So that depends, especially with what someone would like to watch. Well, I believe greeting is subjective because it depends with the culture and how someone has been brought up. Personally, I love greeting people in as per their age. For younger children, I would love to hug them, give them a warm smile, and then speak to them by welcoming them. For my age, I just greet them in a casual manner, and for the older individuals, I love greeting them in a respectful way, maybe kneeling or just having my hands together to show respect and acknowledging their presence. Well, no, I think they're two different individuals, and I will surely greet them differently. For my old friend, I will be so happy to see them, maybe give them a good long hug and greet them for a long time, trying to know how they've been after the long not being together. But for a stranger, it will be a bit I really don't have a good gist of this person, so I'll just give them a warm smile and then extend my hands to them, say hello as I try to know them more. Well, meeting new people makes me freak out sometimes, and it makes me fear because it makes me be an introvert in as much as I'm an extrovert. Most instances, I'll just give them a warm smile, extend my hand, greet them, and then sit quietly as I wait for any question. Or if I have a question, I'll extend my question by asking them who they are as I try to get to know each other more. Well, sure. First impression really matters, especially depending on the setting or the type of environment you are. If it is a corporate environment, first impression matters a lot because that is what the employer might use to rate you if they're going to give you a job or not. But if it is just a casual setting, a family or friendship setting, it's very important to have a good impression in matters of how you speak, your facial expression, your dressing code, and just how you present yourself. So, first impression comes in handy in any setting that an individual finds themselves. I'd like to talk about a holiday that I recently attended. I went to Zanzibar in Tanzania. It was a December holiday. We had closed school for 2 weeks, and my dad decided to surprise us with a visit to Zanzibar as a family for 1 week. I went to Zanzibar in Tanzania with my family members. That included my mom, my dad, my 4 sisters, and my 1 little brother. Well, we had a lot of activities to do in Zanzibar and we had a lot of fun. First and foremost, we engaged in game drives where we went around Serengeti National Park viewing beautiful wild animals like zebras, elephants, tigers, cheetahs, and lions. My favorite was watching zebras, how they scratched off the bark of a tree, ate leaves on long trees, and also watching giraffes run in the park was the highlight of the day. We also enjoyed viewing the city in Zanzibar, just having a ride all over Zanzibar city, and also our staycation apartment was so cute, and we had a lot of fun having conversations with people and enjoying the culture, their foods and everything that they were doing in Zanzibar. Everything was a highlight for me, and of course Zanzibar will and is always my cup of tea. Additionally, I can't forget the bit of shopping. My dad was kind enough to give us Tanzanian money and we had a lot of fun shopping in Zanzibar. Of course, shopping is always my hobby and I remember buying beautiful kitenge dresses and shoes from Tanzania because I was so happy. And I also got gifts for my friends in Kenya, and this gives me a lot of joy because going back to work again, I'll honestly give my friends the gift that I bought for them. Wow, I honestly enjoyed the trip a lot because it was a form of relaxing for me and unwinding from the long year of 2025. It was also a form of catching up with my family because that is maybe the longest I stayed with my family a week because most of the time I'm back at work. And I also enjoyed just going in Tanzania because it was my first time there and I really enjoyed the scenery, viewing Mount Kilimanjaro, and it really highlighted me ending in a year in a great way. That's a sweet question. If I have a chance to go anywhere in the world, of course, the Bahamas is my first choice. Visiting the Bahamas, I've read in newspapers and also from testimonies from my friends who've gone there. It is a beautiful scenery with beautiful beaches and white sand. So it is my cup of tea and I would really love to go there. Well, I wouldn't really hit the nail on the head as to why some people love traveling alone. But in my own opinion, I believe people just enjoy their free time alone and in most instances you can find someone is an introvert, so they wouldn't really love having a group of friends or another person joining them in their vacation time. So that makes them to enjoy their vacation periods alone. Yeah, sure. Travel has changed a lot in the last decade because there has been improvement in the means of transport, especially when it comes to air travel, railway travels, and even vehicles have been improved, especially buses, to make traveling comfortable and fun on the roads. Moreover, there have been improvements like more aeroplanes that make traveling easy, more trips, and even faster. Additionally, there have been booking offices that make booking easier for individuals who may either be busy or might not even know how to book. So I believe traveling has really changed in the last decade. Traveling changes people a lot, in my own opinion. Number one, because it enhances exposure to an individual. Going to a different location or in a different community makes someone learn a lot of culture and makes people see things in a different manner. So this improves someone in terms of knowledge, skills, and attitude, and makes them to be someone who thinks deeper and acts in different ways than they did before. So it improves an individual in a nutshell. Secondly, traveling makes someone unwind, especially from a hectic and crazy work work periods. So it is a form of it is a form of vacation for other people, as it makes you relax, meditate, and have some good time before going back to work. Well, I wouldn't think of any now, but if I can point out something, I think modern traveling poses a lot of risks to individual, owing to the fact that there might be accidents, especially for aeroplanes, which might be very fatal, making someone to lose their lives or even have severe disability. Additionally, there have been cases of someone just not really knowing where they're supposed to go and they end up getting lost. So that is another disadvantage. And maybe finally, the costs has really increased, the cost of traveling, especially for railway traveling and aeroplanes. So this has really made people not to travel a lot because of the costs following the economic decline, and so it is a disadvantage to many people.